If you guys can hear me, go ahead and say that you can hear me. Say, I can hear you, or I can hear. Something like that. Yes, cool. Good, okay, this is different. I just did this about 30 seconds ago, and for some reason people could see but they couldn't comment or something. Anyway, as you can see, it's a little bit of a lag. What's up, UK? Yo, what's up? Scott, are you using selfie stick? No, using my selfie hand. Might have to switch too, by the way. Look at that beautiful sky though today, huh? It was amazing. Yeah, I figured I'd jump outside here, walk. It's about 55 degrees. Hey, Julie from Gilbert, what's up? Yeah. So yeah, just thought you died of a heart attack from all the hearts. Yeah, right. No, I'm just out walking. Just had actually our house, as you guys know, just went up on the market because you're hiking too. Nice. How are sales? Sales are a little weird right now, to be honest with you. I'm having a little bit of some issues. I'll be probably reporting on. The most recent product that I launched was doing okay, and we ran into a little bit of a snag. So, dealing with that. But anyway, it's going to be hard for me to read all those comments. But keep them coming in, or keep the hearts going. Just on a nice little walk, like I said, and I figured I'd dial it up. And you said you have no sound. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, say yes. Yes. Okay, cool. I do have earbuds in, but I don't have them hooked up right now. I'm listening to an audiobook. Well, not right now, but I will be. But I wanted to, I'm going to cut the traffic here right now. Out by one of the main roads. Loud and clear. Okay, walking and reading, not a good combo. Yeah, right. Probably trip and fall into a mailbox or something. Maybe the person's phone's volume. Yeah, maybe. Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to do a quick little scope and just kind of just like let you guys know what's kind of going on, and kind of what I'm thinking. But Amazon's awesome, right? And I'm going to be on a podcast tomorrow, someone else's podcast, and it's not just about what book am I listening to. I just downloaded Gary Vee's new book, Ask Gary Vee. I'm going to be listening to that soon. So that's what I'm going to be listening to. I'm a Gary Vee fan, but I got to be honest, I don't believe in everything that he preaches. He preaches hustle, 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 and I believe in that, but I also believe that my family comes first. So, yeah, I'm going to hustle, but I'm also going to make time for my family. That's why I'm here. So, the one thing he did say, though, today, he was on EO Fire on the podcast, and he was talking all about, the main thing in anything you do is if you can give 51 or 52% to everyone else that you are able to surround yourself with or help, then everything else will just happen. And I believe that. Family does come first. That is the meaning of life. Yeah. You can't hear someone else. Yeah, the hustle for me is really to hustle and really do a great job and help more people. That's awesome. But then it's also to afford the time to spend with your family. So, that's me, but it doesn't mean it's for everyone. But I think my mission is to really go out there and help people. And I think even in my Amazon business, I'm really trying to build a business and a brand that can help people with the products that I'm supplying. And I think if you can think about it that way, you're just in such a better space. And I know that a lot of people talk about just launching a product, and maybe that's just to get your foot in the door. I think that's fine, but once you kind of figure out the system, then you really got to ask yourself, what would you want your business to look like? What is it that you would have the most fun doing? Would it be helping people because they're into a certain craft, and you know that you are into that craft, and you know that it brings pleasure for people that scrapbook on Sundays or whatever, right? I mean, I'm just throwing something out there, but you know, it's like, then if you can become part of that, or part of the brand, or someone else can be part of the brand. I'll give you a perfect example, and I kind of alluded to this a little bit, and this is kind of how opportunities just kind of happen. But I you know, one of my daughter's friends from school, I met the father, of course, about a year ago, and you know, he's a personal trainer and a nutritionist, and I'm not a nutritionist or a trainer. I know quite a bit about the space, but I'm just not one of those people. But anyway, you know, we had got talking and stuff, and I mean, this guy's got a ton of knowledge. He could launch his own business, e-commerce business, training business, supplement business, all kinds of stuff. He just doesn't have the know-how. He just doesn't have the marketing chops. He doesn't have that type of stuff. And honestly, he doesn't want it. So, you know, as of lately, you know, him and I got talking, and, you know, I'm not really even saying this on the podcast or anything, but, you know, I'm contemplating going into the supplement market in a sense, not by myself. And, you know, someone had mentioned to me not too long ago, you know, Scott, when would you ever decide to go into the supplement market, if at all? And I was always against it, and I am against it if you don't know what the hell you're doing. If you know what you're doing, and you got someone that could be the front of it, or maybe you've already developed your own soaps or creams, or something that's going to help someone with a certain acne or whatever, right? No, I'm not a cop. It's so funny because I've been asked that so many times. It's the haircut and the glasses, right? That's funny. I've also been asked if I was in the Navy. No, I'm not. But you know, because of this relationship now that I've formed with him, and I know what he's capable of. I mean, he's like a freaking scientist. He wants to create his own stuff that he feels that will better the world and better the people and life and longevity and all that stuff. You know, I'd be stupid not to tap into that, right? Because I believe in it as well. I mean, as I get older, I want to live longer. I want to feel better. I want to do this. I want to walk longer. I want to do things that are good for the body and all that stuff. So, you know, oh, here we go. We got some dogs here. And, you know, it's like, so did I plan on this happening? No. Am I 100% on board yet? Not really, but I'm close. So Scott might be going down that road pretty soon. And if I do, I'm going to share it with you guys. But also it's about not just going after the product. It's about going after the market and going after helping people, like Gary Vee said, about, you know, helping people more than just 50%, you know, help them 50, 51, 52%. Give them more than you're giving yourself in a sense, and then the rest will take care of itself. A friend of mine created his own supplements, complete newbie, doing well. That's cool. Here comes my wife now too. Watch this. We'll get Kayla on there. So we'll see what happens here. Hold on a second. Yeah, doing a little scope here. See ya. So there they go. So literally she just went and got my daughter. So, and we've got another open house tonight, by the way. Who was that? That was my daughter and my wife. So she's bringing my daughter home, and she'll probably be coming around the corner next when I make this next lap, and she'll want to walk with me. You live in the Burns? Something serious. I have only 3,000. Can I flip to be 10,000? Yeah, you absolutely can. Why didn't they pick you up? Yeah, because I'm walking. I'm trying to get exercise. I want to get exercise. I want to walk. I'm trying to do my 10,000 steps. If you guys don't have a Fitbit yet, man, you got to get that. It's really cool. Not to mention my hand's getting a little tired here. I'm going to switch hands. There's the other selfie stick. Yeah. So, I guess, you know, again, my thoughts are as I'm walking here and I'm thinking and I'm talking to you guys, these are thoughts that are kind of going through my head. And it's like, you know, can you plan on what's going to happen? No. Can you... That's why my email the other day was never say never. You never know anything. You know, it's like, I've said that so many times, I'll never do that. You know, I would never, ever do that. Now, little short story. my father, years ago, had a minivan. And I told him I would never have a minivan. No way. Never gonna do it. I'm too cool for that. Well, guess what? I had 2 kids at the time. I got a minivan. That's funny. Something about a corn maze. Yeah, there's fields way behind me. And those fields my father actually farmed in when he was a kid. So I'm not far from my grandfather's old house. I didn't always live here. About 3 years ago I moved here, and now we're moving to South Carolina, that you guys know. Yeah, it is pretty cool. They'll be home soon. You're not kidding. They're already building way behind there, but there's got to be hundreds of acres still available over there, but there's a lot of farmers still sitting on them, but they're not going to be around forever, and then they'll be sold off. What if a Honda van? That's so funny too. I always thought the Honda were the better, right? They're the sportier looking minivans. I think, here's another little funny story about the minivan. My wife, we're sitting there and we're getting ready to do the minivan, and she's like, how much extra for the spoiler on top of the minivan on the back? And I think it was an extra $300, and we did it because we thought we were going to be a little sportier. Oh, that's good stuff. Good stuff right there. Yeah, people do need homes. You know what else people need? They need things to go in that home, right? Product ideas, right? People need to furnish the stuff. People need to hang things on the wall. People need tools to put things up. Yeah. So anyway, again, I'm just randomly kind of going through what's been happening and kind of what I'm thinking about doing. And I've had a couple things this week, some big hiccups actually, that could have derailed anybody. They would have probably just been like, you know what, screw it, I'm done. I'm not going to do this friggin' thing anymore because it's just a problem and I don't want to deal with it. I'm dealing with it. I'm here to tell you that, it's a problem that's going to cost me a little bit of money maybe and a little bit of downtime on a particular product, but live and learn. And I'm actually pivoting because I've got, like I said, I'm moving into another product line, possibly with my new friend here in the nutrition space, and we'll see what happens. But I'm going to be able to add that to my portfolio, if you will, and just see where it goes. So that's what's happening. But just to let you know, I mean, these periscopes that I do a lot of times are just me ranting and me kind of talking about talking myself through things, but also hopefully letting you see, these different things as they come. Everything isn't going to be perfect. There's not an exact science to everything. Everyone's going to have a little bit of a different scenario. It's a matter of adapting. And, I'd be foolish to sit here and tell you that Amazon is the only place that you'll ever be selling. Because that's not my plan. My plan is to, what percentage is product selection? I'm having a hard time finding one. Yeah, join the club. A lot of people are having a hard time finding it. And you know what? That's where the talent comes in, as far as like the hard work, but the talent of getting really good at it, right? Listening, being a really good listener, being a great listener of conversations. I never would have had this opportunity that I'm having right now with my buddy, the trainer, right? And this nutritionist that knows a lot about this space. I never would have had it if I didn't listen to him and say, hey, would you ever consider rolling out a supplement line? I've been wanting to do that for years. I just don't know where to start. I don't know how to even do that. I didn't even know you could do that. I just have these great ideas of these different formulations that I know that do really good things for the body because I've done tons of studies on it and I've done a lot of research. And there's been studies at Harvard on this and that and the other thing, right? But because of that conversation, I'm going to be entering possibly this new opportunity that I never would have known. So being a great listener at, functions or just dealing with people or networking. It's like if I was to give anybody advice, the biggest thing I would say is get good at talking and being able to listen with people and developing those relationships. So this way here, you can possibly have these opportunities flow your way. And that's really what it comes down to. It comes a good thing for you or not. So it's just, you got to roll with it. But again, back to, talking about, am I committed to Amazon? No. Back to the point where I was talking about, as far as the podcast I'm going to be on tomorrow, I'm going to be talking. This podcast isn't just about Amazon. It's about e-commerce, or not e-commerce, digital marketing and digital like online stuff. And oh, this is going to be funny. I'm going to get my neighbor's going to roll down his window and he's going to talk to me. He's an old timer. He's not going to even understand what I'm doing here on Periscope. You watch. I'm going to say I'm on the phone, right? Oh no, he let me go. He's my next door neighbor. He's a piece of work. And so anyway, I'm surprised he didn't stop. That would have been hysterical. He's usually got a cigar that doesn't light. He just chews on it. Old timer, good guy, old school. But anyway, okay, I met Scott and he's seeing a slump in sales. I meant how easy is it to figure out what it is? The slump could be a variety of different things. Until you've maximized all of your different things that you could do, that's really what it comes down to. If you haven't maximized that stuff, that's where you should be starting. Pay-per-click, title, there goes the bus. Title, images, pay-per-click, all that stuff. If you've maximized all that stuff, then you got an issue. But also seeing if there's demand still in the market today as much as it was in the day that you launched it. And there's been times right now that I've seen that the demand has weakened, for certain products. But anyway, let me get back to the whole other topic here, is that the podcast, someone wants me to come on and they're all about like online digital marketing and stuff. And they're like, what would be a few key things that you could teach our audience? And I'm like, well, here's what I would tell them. Just because you have an online business and digital business, why not ask your audience what they want and then roll out physical products to that audience? Everybody is so digital product orientated in these spaces, but if they would just tap into their market and their audience, they can create products for them just from listening to their feedback and then rolling it out to them and then launching it on Amazon, getting a huge spike in sales on Amazon, driving the Amazon engine, but then also having your external platform already in place. So that's going to be my spiel that I'm going to be talking to those guys about tomorrow. And I love talking about that stuff because I think there's tons of different ways that you can go at it. If you wanted to right now, I got a bus coming right up on my left-hand side here. So hold on a second before I get run over. If I do, tell everyone I love them. All right. One really cool little thing would be to find an affiliate website that's already generating Amazon sales, not through private labeling but through affiliate sales, and then just piggybacking on that traffic and then launching your own product against that particular website. That's another cool little thing that you could do. There's just so many different things that you could do, and as you start to learn the Amazon platform, to me that's just it's a validation point in a sense, as well as just selling only on Amazon. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna end this scope. Do you know anything on laptops? I'm not sure. I know what you mean. Would you expand your brand to things like Groupon? I guess you could. I don't necessarily know that I would. In particular, Groupon. Yeah, I guess you get some traffic, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do with that, to be honest with you. I'm going to do another circle here. I don't need to. Yeah, I'd say work on taking Facebook Facebook traffic, driving them over to some type of offer, discount offer, and then trying to build an email list that way in your market. That'd be the easiest way to start building an email list. Maybe if you're trying to liquidate. Yeah, if you're trying to liquidate, I guess you could do Groupon. That will create people hopping on your listing. Yeah. So I don't know. I would probably, I don't know. It just depends on the situation. All right, guys. I'm gonna run, walk. So hopefully this has been beneficial to whoever's been watching this, you guys. And if you guys are watching the replay, you guys can still tap it up. If you guys think that this stuff is cool and you want me to keep doing this, I would appreciate it if you would share this. You can swipe the screen left to right or up or down, and depending on your device, and then you can share it on Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, and that would be awesome. As long as I get people showing up to these, I will be here. I promise you that. And you guys know that I'm pretty straightforward. I'm pretty transparent, and I'll let you know what's working and what's not working. And the mistakes I make, I will share them with you, and I will not be hiding behind anything. So I'll give you everything, all right? Because I do love it how you can start. Like, I started, you know, my climb did pretty good, and I kind of plateaued a little, and then I bounced up a little bit, and then I started coming down a little bit, then I bounced back, and now I'm coming maybe down a little bit, but I'm planning to really go back up again. And this time it might even be a little bit higher than my last peak. So I think it's just as important to discuss the wins, but also the losses, and share the learning that comes along with that. So just 80K in sales. That's what you did? That's cool. How do you stay motivated? I surround myself with like-minded people, or people that are doing, you know, as good, if not better than me, and people that bring out the best in me. So that's pretty much what I do. And I think that everyone can do that. Just connect yourself with like-minded people, help people. You know, here's the funny thing is, when you help people in this process, it helps you learn more, and it also motivates you and holds you accountable. So there's nothing better than that. So definitely do that. All right, guys, I got to run. Tap it up if you guys are watching the replay. If you're not watching the replay and you're watching this live, tap it up, tap it up, tap it up. Get those hearts going, and get contacts too. Yes, we'll talk about that at another scope for sure. But yeah, definitely. Hope you guys found this valuable. It's a beautiful day here in upstate New York. One of my last springs that I'll be having here, because I'll be in South Carolina next year at this time. So hopefully you guys got value. Look at that blue sky. And we'll talk to you guys soon, all right? Take care. Peace. Love you. Take action.